You and Coach Morris always talk about playing faster. How much of the improved speed is simply the guys understanding what you want from them?
Yeah, we've gotten a lot faster this spring. It's something that we challenged our guys to do, and they've taken an unbelievable pride in doing that. We've simplified some things. It's made some guys be able to not think so much and just go play. So we're really excited about the tempo that our offense is playing at right now. We're excited about growing on that and getting even faster come fall camp.
How much does that tempo change in terms of with the players, new guys who got coming in? How much does it fit them? And is that all a good thing?
Yeah, I was distracted by your hat. I like that hat, man. But no, the new players coming in, we really felt like what we were doing in spring was going to allow those guys to come in and have a chance for sure. We've got some senior leaders, some guys that have been in the system for 2 years now, that when our young guys get here, they're going to immediately be mentored by those guys. And those older guys, the guys who've been in the system for 2 years, will be able to take them under their wing and get them going in the right direction. So we're really excited about that too.
Success of first-year players you had last year, does that kind of open the door to more guys this year?
Absolutely. We brought in some guys that last year that played as freshmen. Some guys had some success. Some guys we challenged. Hey, we got to have more out of you. But we've had a great response from our kids. I can't be more proud of how hard they've worked ever since we started in the off season up until spring practice. And but we got to continue to get better. I told them after the scrimmage, this is proud of what they did in the spring. We definitely got better, but we got to continue to get better. We're not where we want to be. And challenge them this summer because it's all player-led meetings and workouts and all that. They've got to take an unbelievable pride and do it on their own, even when the coaches aren't there, like the coaches were standing right behind them. And I think they'll do a good job of that.
Each of your quarterbacks brings a different thing to the table. Can you kind of talk about them and the elements they possess?
Yeah, they're all a little bit different, but it's still a good competition going on. I don't know if you've talked to Coach Morris or not, but we're not going to name a starter out of spring. Probably won't name one up until the first game. We want those guys to continue to compete. We think the competition at that position has been great. It's been a healthy competition. It's gotten some guys really, where they're competing every day. It's making them better. So we're really happy with what they're doing right now. But yes, they all have different things they possess and different things, different talents and skill sets that we can utilize if they're in there.
What do you think of the way the offensive line has come along, not just the starters, but also your second unit?
Yeah, they're coming a long way. They've got two great coaches up front. Coach Fry's done an unbelievable job, and then the hiring of Coach Sorrells has been a great addition to Coach Fry's room and to really help them out. We've got an unbelievable O-line coaches, and they're going to continue to coach those guys and get them better. And they're going to have the best technique in the country, I believe, and schemes to take care of itself.
No Matt Davis, but Daryl Colbert and Ben got a lot of time. What do you think of their performances?
I thought they did okay at times, and some really good things at times, some really bad things at times. I think the wind played a little bit of a part in some throws, but they did okay. Not where we want them to be, but they got to get better.
One of the guys who got singled out by Coach Morris, your spring offensive MVP, Alex Honey. It's an easy comparison to compare him to Sutton because their jersey numbers are the same and they're both tall, but in your eyes, how different are they? What are the biggest differences between those two?
Well, Alex is developing physically, whereas Cortland's already kind of developed physically. So we got to continue to let Alex have another good summer in the weight room. He had a great offseason, but leading up to spring ball. And I think Alex is always paying attention. He's always engaged. He's very coachable. Cortland is just a freakish athlete. He played basketball, in the winter. So that just tells you what kind of athlete he is. But we're counting on both those guys. I've told Cortland, hey Cortland, you cannot play 85, 90 snaps a game. It just can't happen. And Alex knows that too. So we've got to have Alex come on and be a difference maker. So if Cortland has to get a breather, or has to only play 45, 50 plays a game, that Alex, there's no drop off there. So we're constantly challenging Alex to be just like Cortland, where there's no drop off when Cortland comes out of the game.
Coach Morris talked about after this preseason hoping to get a little bit of clarity on the depth chart offensively. Which guys or which positions are starting to take shape for good?
None of them. None of them. No, we just basketball, brother. We've got some guys that are, you know, obviously Cortland is a guy that we're counting on huge to play that boundary receiver. You know, we're really proud of Raheem Malone. Not just because he walked by, but really proud of him and the work he's put in. He's done a really good job. Also, you know, you can attribute that to competition this spring with James Prochet. So we're not going to come out of the spring with a defined depth chart per se, but we're really proud of some guys and how they've worked and how they've come along. You know, obviously Jeremiah Gaines is a guy that, you know, we've got to get some depth built behind him with some freshmen. But really proud of Jerm and how he's made a transition from year 1 to year 2. And told him just the other day, put my arm around him and told him, man, you've done a great job. I'm really proud of you because, you know, he struggled a little bit last year and got a little bit of a funk, but really proud of his development and how far he's come from year 1 to year 2. So constantly challenging those guys. Don't want to set a depth chart because then a guy thinks he's arrived. You know, we want guys that compete year round in the summertime and the spring. And then in fall camp. So it'll be interesting to see what everybody comes back after summer looking like and then going into fall camp.
What have you liked from James Prochet this spring?
He's done a good job. You know, he's making, you know, some rookie mistakes that you know, you're going to make as a freshman. But he's done a good job picking up the offense, doing what we got to do. He's got to learn it's not high school anymore. He's relied a lot on his talent in high school that you can't do at Division I level. It's just not going to happen. So, but he's gotten a lot better. He's doing some good things out there, and look forward to him and Raheem competing at that 2-man spot this fall.